When hotel staff discovered the body of a young woman floating inside a rooftop water tank, guests had already been drinking and showering with the contaminated water for weeks. But how did Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old college student, end up in that tank hand? Was it a tragic accident or something far darker? Elisa Lam was born in Vancouver, Canada, in 1991. The daughter of immigrants from Hong Kong, she was a bright, curious, and creative young woman who loved reading, fashion, and blogging about her life. On her Tumblr, Elisa often wrote openly about her struggles with depression and bipolar disorder, but also her excitement for travel and new experiences. In January 2013, she decided to take a solo trip through California. Her journey would include San Diego, Los Angeles, and eventually Santa Cruz. Her family, while supportive, was cautious. Elisa had been hospitalized before for mental health concerns, but she seemed stable and excited. She called her parents every day to check in. That routine, however, would come to an abrupt end. On January 26th, Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, a place with a notorious history. Built in the 1920s, the Cecil had once been a glamorous destination. But by the 2010s, it was infamous for crime, drug use, and even connections to serial killers like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Elisa was placed in a shared room on the hotel's 5th floor, but her roommates complained about her odd behavior, and she was soon moved to a private room. Days later, she vanished. On January 31st, Elisa failed to call her parents. Alarmed, they reported her missing. Police quickly began searching, using sniffer dogs and canvassing the area. But Elisa had seemingly disappeared into thin air. Then, on February 14th, police released a piece of evidence that shocked the world. Surveillance footage from the hotel elevator on the night of January 31st. In the grainy, black and white video, Elisa can be seen behaving strangely. She presses multiple buttons, hides in the corner, and repeatedly steps in and out of the elevator as if someone is following her. At times, she waves her hands in bizarre motions, almost as if speaking to someone unseen. Then she vanishes. The video went viral, sparking international fascination and theories ranging from mental illness to supernatural forces. For weeks, guests at the hotel complained of low water pressure, black water coming from the taps, and a strange taste. On February 19th, maintenance workers went to inspect the rooftop water tanks. When one worker opened a hatch, he made a horrifying discovery: Elisa Lam's nude body, floating face up inside the tank. Her clothes were later found at the bottom, along with her watch and hotel key. The grisly discovery raised more questions than answers. 1. Mental illness and accident. Theory. Elisa was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. Her toxicology report revealed prescribed medications but no illicit drugs or alcohol. Some experts believe she may have suffered a manic episode, leading her to act erratically, climb into the water tank, and accidentally drown. But critics point out how difficult it would be to access the tanks. The rooftop was locked and alarmed. The tanks themselves were heavy and difficult to open, and climbing inside was physically challenging. 2. Foul play theory. The strange elevator footage led many to suspect she was being followed. Some internet sleuths theorized she may have been murdered by a hotel staff member or a guest. However, no DNA, fingerprints, or signs of struggle were found. 3. Supernatural theories. Because of the Cecil Hotel's dark history, including suicides and murders, some speculated paranormal activity. Others tied Elisa's case to a strange coincidence. Her death mirrored a 2005 horror movie called Dark Water, in which a girl's body is found in a water tank atop a building. For conspiracy theories, some pointed to the hotel's proximity to Los Angeles' Skid Row, suggesting gangs or criminals may have been involved. Others claimed her death was linked to government experiments, because a tuberculosis test used in the area at the time was strangely named the Elisa test. Despite the bizarre theories, the official autopsy report concluded her cause of death was accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder as a contributing factor. But many still find that explanation unsatisfying. The death of Elisa Lam remains one of the most haunting modern mysteries. Was it truly an accident fueled by mental illness, or is there a darker truth hidden within the walls of the Cecil Hotel? Her story is a chilling reminder of how quickly tragedy can strike, and strike into how sometimes the answers we're given leave us with more questions than closure. Even now, visitors to the hotel renamed Stay on Main and later converted into housing say the legacy of Elisa Lam lingers, a mystery never fully solved. What do you think? Is Elisa's death a tragic accident or a crime that was covered up?